Hey, what's going on, everyone? Appreciate y'all coming here and checking out this Fallout 76 video. We are getting one amazing weapon in the future with the Milepost Zero update, which is expected to come out, I believe, for everyone sometime in September. At the moment, we can only experience using this in the public test server. So yeah, decided I'd make a dedicated video covering all about this new weapon. I'll be showing y'all gameplay over using it, the new one-of-a-kind mechanic that comes with this too. So far we only have this mechanic with this weapon. Also, I'll be showing y'all how to get it as well. Let's get into this. If you find this enjoyable, by the way, consider leaving a like on the video. Let's see if we can get this video to surpass, I don't know, like 700 likes or something, just so this could get out to even more people. As always, that's totally up to you. Just a reminder here in the beginning. Highly appreciate all of the support. So yeah, where do I even start with this? I guess at the moment in the public test server, one way that you can get your hands on this is by just going to the new playtest locker that's outside of Vault 76. Here you can find the new Vault 63 laser carbine that you can tinker around with. The developers also gave us some ammo to use and all the modifications that it'll come with. There's quite a bit of different modifications to unlock with this. The developers definitely want this to come out polished. So yeah, that's one way you can get it. There's also another way, which I'll be getting into that further in this video. The other way is the legit way of how you're going to have to get it when it does officially come out in Fallout 76. This playtest locker is specifically just for the public test server. So first thing to know about this, you can re-roll it to have the kind of effects you want. So don't worry about that. You can get legendary effects on this to make it even more powerful. But let's just see the damage capabilities of it without any effects on it. Let's see what it's working with. We're not going to be getting the most amount of damage output with it just being a regular laser carbine. Also, on this PC account, I don't have all the specific perk cards that I need to really max out the damage with a build, but it does require commando perk cards to make it have even more damage. So I got 2 maxed out commando perk cards and 1 level 1 one. So that helps me gain a little bit more damage. And here's what we're working with a high health build. As you see, this is a level 50, but you can make lower level ones too, if that's what you wish. And we're working with 73 energy damage, and the capacity for this is absolutely insane. And it's an amazing thing that it does have a high capacity too. I'll get more into that here in a little bit. But yeah, as you can see, it can hold up to 150 fusion cells at once. And you'll see why this is really beneficial. Not just because you'll be able to unload more, but there's a new mechanic to help us deal out even more damage with this weapon. Anyways, also it has good range, its VATS accuracy is nice, and the action point cost is decent. So yeah, that's what we're looking at the moment, and it is automatic, which, like I mentioned before, commando perk cards work with this laser carbine. And at the moment there's no modifications on it either. This is what we're working with. But this is something players have been wanting. A good, unique, new weapon with a brand new kind of mechanic on it too that will help full health builds. And that's something else players have been wanting. More weapons for full health builds. I mean, this isn't only just for full health builds, but this still can be really beneficial with that setup. Keep in mind though, of course, still at the moment, if you have this bloodied, it's going to be dishing out even more damage per shot. But the hidden mechanic on this is what makes this really special. The more this weapon heats up, the stronger it gets. I'll get into some statistics here in a little bit. But it can double your damage if it's at least at 75% heat or higher. So that's the reason why it's good that this weapon has a lot of rounds to fire off, because you can keep shooting this weapon even when the overheating is happening. The only time it stops and the heating drains is when you have to reload it. Basically, the hotter the weapon gets, the stronger it gets. Once again, by up to 2 times more damage. It's freaking amazing. And you can see the heat mechanic bar right above your ammunition. Once again, 75% or higher, it's said that you're dealing double damage. I can see this being a new boss killer for a lot of players. Whether you're a low health or a full health build, this will still benefit you, which is great. I'd love to see Bethesda keep rolling out these kind of unique weapons with, unique mechanics to them. Like this, for example, one of them, this heating mechanic is freaking amazing. Not to mention, to top it off, it shoots out a blue laser, which is just something else unique. It's not a red laser now. It's nice. But yeah, now let's go ahead and get into some statistics. Keep in mind this gameplay you're seeing, the weapon's not modified, nor does it have any legendary effects on it. But you can re-roll the laser carbine to have good effects on them. You're going to be getting the most amount of damage if you're still rocking the bloody build, but you're still going to be getting a lot of damage if you're rocking a full health build too. Personally, if I was a full health build, I'd like this to have executioners or quad. Could you imagine this weapon with the quad effect? Dude, you'd have so much ammo you could fire off while it's heating. Heck, I could see this being able to deal out more damage over time compared to the bloodied if it was quad, because you'd have to still reload quite a bit while being bloodied. I don't know, I'd have to further test that, but they'd both be really great effects for this weapon. Quad or bloodied for sure. And definitely faster fire rate too for another one of the effects to get the heating up fast. But yeah, now let's go ahead and get into some statistics and fun facts about this weapon. This was left by a staff member of the Fallout 76 data mine Discord. This guy is a reliable source, and as you can see, he states here, Vault 63 laser carbine, and here's the information he has with it. So he stated here he got the laser rifle to have 44 base energy damage, and it requires fusion cell ammo. It has 150 base magazine size, which, as you know, blue beams. That's awesome. It's automatic, so the commando perk cards. And here's where he gets into the overheat mechanic. Shooting increases heat, which dissipates after not shooting. Deals more damage the hotter the weapon gets. Up to 2 times damage. He got up to 88 base damage at 75% or higher heat. So it's similar to how the bloodied effect would work if you have low health. You know, the lower your health, the more damage you're going to be dealing out. Except for this, it's the higher the weapon, the more damage you're going to be dealing out. Now you can stack this with the bloodied effect, don't get me wrong, but you know, this can be still really handy with a full health build. Also, he states here for the weapon modifications for the carbine, he says modify things like fire rate, reload speed, magazine capacity, hip fire accuracy, damage, and heat meter gain and dissipation rates. Which, speaking of that, dude, guys, for those of you that don't really like a lot of recoil, like for example a railway rifle has a lot of recoil a lot of times, this has literally like none. So this weapon is freaking amazing. One of the best weapons we've gotten in a little while. I mean, Bethesda has been doing a good job rolling out some great weapons, like the Cremator, for another good, unique one that they added. But yeah, this is another one. This is going to be a lot of players' new favorite. It's like the Fixer being introduced into the game. You know, that was one of those really unique weapons that a lot of players used. This is the same aspect. And heck, even the Cremator Bethesda just added recently. That was an amazing weapon they added. Man, they're really on a roll with these great weapons that we can actually put to use. But anyways, going on to some further information he says here. He stated, the gun does up to 88 base damage per shot when at 75% heat. At 75% heat, this weapon becomes stronger than every other rifle except Gauss rifle and BP rifles, and has only 7 less base damage than the railway, not including the effect of weapon mods while being automatic and having a built-in 5 to 7 times magazine size without needing the quad effect. So yeah, it's great that this weapon comes with such a high capacity that you can, you know, shoot a lot with. Also, the strategy for crit builds might be to, he states here, build up heat quickly with manual aim, and then tap fire and bats to max your DPS and maintain heat without overheating. So yeah, I figured I'd share what this guy was saying in the Fallout 76 data mine Discord, just because this is some really great information to share over the weapon. This enlightened me, so figured I would enlighten others too. Now, let me go ahead and get into all the modifications with this, and then we'll get into how to get it properly. This right here will make it so the overheat rate will go up, as you can see at the bottom of the mods here. This will increase your ammo capacity even more, extended capacitor. I'll go ahead and put this on there just to show you exactly how much ammo. So now we have up to 180 that we can hold up to. That is nice, right? But honestly, out of those modifications, I'd prefer the heat rate up, just because that's where you're going to be dishing out the most damage. So there's also the insulated capacitor, overheat rate down, overheat rate up for this one, but this is down, but this lowers your capacity. Anyways, next up here is the oiled capacitor. This is a pretty useful capacitor as well. As you can see, the modifications on this increases your reload speed, aim speed, hip fire accuracy, and sighted accuracy. Increases quite a bit there. The overclock capacitor, this will make it so your overheat rate up, overheat rate down, and ammo capacity. Your overheat rate up and ammo capacity will lower, but your overheat rate down will be better. I haven't really tested this out too much, but I believe having the most heat rate, like, higher heat rate, the better damage you're going to be dishing out over time, because this weapon plays off it being heated. There's also 2 different stocks you can get on it. I haven't once again tested out the mods all the way yet, but they do help out the weapon quite a bit. Also, of course, you can add legendary effects to it as well. Now, in order to get this weapon, it's actually a little grind and pretty buggy right now in the player test server. But how you get it is by doing Blue Ridge Caravan events. There's a new event now that you'll repeat over and over, and at the end of it, you will get this new currency, which the new quest line to begin to introduce yourself to this new Blue Ridge Caravan event is called a bump in the road. You just got to do a bit of that, and that'll introduce you to this new grindable Blue Ridge Caravan event. It's just about getting that Brahmin safely across to the other area that it has to go to, and then you just unload the cargo. And the goal to get, at least for this Vault 63 carbine, laser carbine, is to get the ammo trader and then level him up to tier 2. Now let me rewind there a little bit. Some of you may be even wondering, ammo trader, what are you talking about? Which I don't blame you if you're thinking that. But what I'm talking about is there's a new Blue Ridge Caravan outpost down here in the Skyline Valley region called Milepost 0. This is a new free fast travel point down here in Skyline Valley region. I'm just going to go ahead and fast travel to the exterior just to show you all what it looks like outside. But this is the place where you can do a bump in the road quest, which basically introduces you to the new grindable event, which is protecting the Brahmin getting to specific locations. It's a Blue Ridge Caravan event. Each time you complete that, you'll get that currency, and that currency is used on someone inside the Milepost 0 headquarters. That person specifically is the one that you run into as soon as you enter this place, Marley. This is the person that'll give you the repeatable jobs to get the new currency. You just got to say, I'm ready to run a caravan boss, and yeah, you'll have different shipments that you can do. Of course, a larger shipment will give you more of the Blue Ridge Caravan currency. But yeah, once you start up one of these events, it'll appear in the world, and everybody will be notified about this event. And anyone who shows up to it and completes it will also get the currency. But yeah, once you got the currency, which you'll need 100 by the way. So yeah, once you got enough, you just return back to Milepost 0 and then talk to Marley. Then you just want to go to this option here, the one that says we could really use some extra hands around here. And once you click that one, you'll have a list of different members that you can hire on at this place. If you're going for the Vault 63 laser carbine, I recommend getting the ammo trader, because it seems like that's how you do unlock this. You have to get the ammo trader to specifically tier 2, but at the moment there's some kind of bug happening in the PTS, which is not allowing some players to get the ammo trader up to tier 2 to get this legitly. But it does seem like the ammo trader is involved with this laser carbine. Yeah, as you can see, this data miner mentioned that the ammo trader is related with the Vault 63 laser carbine, and a guy that goes by Nuka Knights also mentioned how, getting the ammo merchant to tier 2 is the way to get this Vault 63 laser carbine. But for some reason, we're not able to upgrade the ammo trader at the moment to tier 2. It only gave me the option for the decorator. So yeah, it's a little bug that's happening in the PTS, but figured I'd still give you guys the knowledge over how you can get this when they eventually fix this bug. I'll probably make another video showing how to get this properly when they actually got this handled. But anyways, hopefully you all found this video enjoyable and informative over the new weapon, the Vault 63 laser carbine. I'm out of here though, everyone. As always, most importantly, I appreciate you all taking the time watching and listening. Until next time, peace.